Concern Gamcel Staff petition on restructuring.
Introduce yourself, who you are, and then we go into your.
My name is Pierre Njai. I'm a Gamcel Staff. We concern Gamcel Staff petition on restructuring. We the concerns the management and restructuring of Gamcel. These issues have significantly affected our livelihoods, including the delayed payment of salary and general welfare of employers. One major issue is the lack of transparency surrounding the actual amount approved by the World Bank for the staff social plan. According to Finance Minister Keita, the amount is $10 million, while the Minister for Communication and Digital Economy, Mr. Jabi, claimed it was $6.4 million. Another grave concern is the alleged disappearance of $13.4 million staff contribution, which were deducted from our salaries but not paid to our credit union account. Given the short time of the restructuring program, we call for urgent action from the relevant authorities. Failure to respond adequately will leave us with no choice but to take further steps within the limit of our law to secure our salaries and benefits, which we have earned through years of dedicated service to the institutions. Following our initial petition on 20 January 25 to Gamtel, the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, the Department of Labor, and the other relevant authorities, with the under-designed concerned staff, were right again to inform you most of our demands remain unmet. Salary payments continue to be irregular. Previous salaries were paid on the 26th of each month, but last month many staff received their salaries only after the end of festive of 7th May 2025. We urge the authorities to ensure that salaries are paid on time. Contract staff are also facing discrimination, with senior management claiming they are not entitled to the social package. However, our inquiries that contract staff who have served for more than 6 months are eligible for the same social benefits as permanent staff. We call on authorities to ensure the fair treatment of eligible contract and permanent staff regarding the social package. The number of affected staff is substantial. According to the restructuring program, out of a total of 1,056 staff, 706 are removed, with only 350 retained. The report further indicates that 520 staff under the age of 55 have adapted for voluntary departure, while 155 staff aged 55 to 59 are to take voluntary retirement. Many staff are caught with signing voluntary departure forms under the threat of receiving only 6 months' salary if they refuse. These forms were distributed Thursdays, 3rd April 2025, and the staff were urged to return them on Monday, 7th April 2025. We must also bring to attention of the authorities that numerous critics issues remain unaddressed and must be resolved in the coming weeks. The restructuring is expected to be fully implemented by 31st August 2025, just 3 months away. One of our approved by the World Bank for staff compensation. The Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs publicly stated on Coffee Time with Peter Gomez on 27th May 2025 that 10 million, approximately $700 million have been approved. However, on the 26th June, the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy told Parliament that the World Bank have allocated 6.4 million, which is about 448 million for implementing the social plan. We urge the authorities to provide clear communication and ensure that the entire $10 million approved by the World Bank is used exclusively for affected staff. We also We also aware that significant payments have been made to certain individuals who conducted sensitization tours around the country concerning the restructuring. Our previous petitions included critical points such as unavailable credit union deductions even after approaching the labor department, lack of medical insurance, which is essential during the restructuring program, denial of access to Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation information, poor sanitary conditions, insufficient cash power. Thank you.
Any question?
Right now, we cannot lament on that. We send them a signal, so we're waiting for them to respond. If they don't respond, then we'll know another avenues that we should take. But we cannot put the horse before the cart.
I can ask a question.
No worries.
My name is Yusuf Taylor for African Media.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your statement. So, currently, when was the last time you got any response from them? And what are they saying currently? When was the last time they communicated actually? What did they say?
That was on the 3rd of July, but it was not fruitful. Simply because what we wanted to hear and what they're telling us is quite different. Our credit union is still not yet confirmed because we assume that we've been contributing to the union. For the past 3 years, nothing is going to the union. And there is a debt that is equivalent to 13.4 million. So it's of concern to the staff because we've been saving your money for 3 years, it is not going where it is expected. So we need urgent response towards it because it's our money. It has to go to the union, not to management.
And you guys are going to lose your job, only 350 out of over 1,000.
Yeah.
By October, is it?
October 31st.
So they started paying you guys any redundancy. How is it going? Are they paying staff your packages so that you can leave, or what's the process?
As we know, the payment is not transparent because we requested for the payment list, but it was not disclosed. It's at their own side, it's confidential. It's not a problem. But still now, we urge them to look into the matter, especially the department responsible for employment. We have other staffs, those who worked for 15 years, but they said those people, they were working on a month-to-month for 8 years. So it is excluded on their payment. Only 7 years was paid on their side, which is very frustrating because we've been hearing that some of them have gone with more than $400,000 to $500,000, some with $1 million, and those paid that amount is minimal, you know. And you have another category of staff, that is the contract staff. Those people worked for almost 10-15 years. There is no justice levied on them. So we want the general public to come forward and look into the matter because any permanent employment, it has to be anything after 6 months. But some staff for almost 15-16 years, nothing is done. And management is saying that those people are not part of the social plan. And we consider them to be staff because they're doing the same job that the permanent staff are doing. And we feel that there is no transparency and there is no justice. As our national anthem said, let justice guide our actions. We feel that we have to pursue the justice so that it can guide our actions for future reference.
What you've said is very serious because previously by 25th, 26th is when your staff comes, most of you will be receiving your salary.
Yeah.
And now we are in 31st. How is it? Are you guys receiving your salary from no one? How is the situation regarding that? Because there are many things that we can talk about, but just talk. What's the situation now? Are you guys receiving?
We've not received it, and we are not even expecting it to receive it before the end of this week, because nothing absolutely has been done. And salary is part of life, as we believe that the reward for wages is either wages or reward for labor is either wages or salary. We don't expect wages, we don't expect salary. So how can you see your staff coming to work with that frustrating moment?
And I believe the minister said something about the salary issue, that if he is not receiving salary,
after 26, he's not going to work.
he's not going to work. And right now, you are in
3 days after payment after payment date. So really, there is no justice. There's no justice and transparency. You know?
I'm asking a lot of questions because my media in particular, we've been following this issue. So obviously we have a lot of questions, and I think we'll go and have to see management. But my last question, my colleagues, my last question, $13 million. Oh,
$13.4
million removed from your salaries that have not been paid. What's now? This is theft, this is corruption.
Yeah.
What now is the next step that you guys have?
As we did our press conference, we're expecting them to give us a quick response, hopefully before the end of next week. If nothing is done, then we can use other avenues and see how best we can get our money, because it's our money. It's my money, it's his money, and it's other people's money. Yeah. So we expect to have our monies and updates in our books.
Before you leave?
Even if you have it today, it will be very fruitful, because it's part of us.
Okay.
These are some of the documents we want to tender to the media house. That is the first petition, the second petition, and also the statement of account for our credit union. So I want you guys to look into it and make your verifications.
Receive it. I'll make sure that the rest of
Okay. My name is Sheikh Ebaji. I'm supervisor at Gamcel Customer Service. Okay. First of all, I want to elaborate on the credit union. We have been following this for over 3 years. I personally start talking about these issues, but few of our managers will start talking. Don't listen to him, don't listen to him. Without knowing that this is a fraud. I want my management to understand this is a fraud, and we can take legal action against them. Because we have right over this money, not them. This is not going to the company's coffers, but it's some of us, our lifetime savings. There are some staff that does not save in the bank. They save at the credit union. The most funniest part of it is they put restriction in your own savings at the credit union that you cannot even withdraw the money that you save there. If you go to the credit union right now, they will tell you you cannot withdraw this money because your management has not been paying your deduction. This has been happening over 3 years, which is very wrong. I have the right to put all restrictions in my account, but they have no right to put any restrictions into my account. I want my management to unfreeze all restrictions into people's accounts so people can have access to them. This is not the company's fund. It belongs to us, the staffs. You understand? And I don't think nobody can victimize a staff on what belongs to him. It rightfully belongs to the staff, not the management. We urge our management to pay this money now or else we will take actions towards this. Because we have had so many promises from them. They have never $15.5 million. They deposited $1 million. That was in January when we petitioned them. After this $1 million, they have never paid any amount up to now. And we have those references with us. I think my colleague has just submitted it to you. You can go over it and you will see over $13 million in the report, which is very wrong. I personally, if I took $1 from the company, they will ask me to pay it. When they were paying this social plan, they asked the banks to put restrictions in our account, which I was a victim. I went to the bank and told the bank, if you don't remove this restriction, I will sue you, because it's my account. Only the court has the power to put restrictions in my account, not the bank, neither my management.
is that when
they unfreeze my account, that I have access to it.
What about the other staff who perhaps maybe they...
Probably they don't know their constitutional right. But this is my constitutional right. The constitution can put restriction in my account. Aside from that, the bank doesn't have the right to put restriction in my account. They have the right to protect my account, but they have no right to put any restrictions in my account. This is the problem. After putting the restriction in the account, okay, some of us that has a loan with the bank, we have a contract with the bank that we will pay the loan on so time, on certain period. But now what happened is different. After the money was paid to the account, the bank has to offset the loan automatically and left you with your balance. Some of us went home with just let them treat us as staffs, pay our money. For the social security, we will know what to do with social security. We will go to social security because we understand social security they have their own code, and we will pressure them to make sure they put this for the interest of the staffs, because some of our social security is our lifetime savings. If we don't have this after work, how does it look? You go to social security and then they tell you your company was not bringing your funds, and then the amount that we saw in the newspaper was over 49 million for Gamcel, and some are saying that both Gamtel and Gamcel, it's over 75 million. That's huge amount of money. What were our management doing before? Because we believe if you deduct the money from us, you should deposit it at the right place. Now, if you don't deposit this money to the right place, where is the money? Where is the money going to? This is the $1 million question. Who are responsible? Let them come out and tell us where they put our money. It belongs to the staffs, not the company. So otherwise, we'll have another press release, and then that will be more interesting, because we will invite even the international media to come on board. This is our problem right now. And then we have to understand that some of them are calling even the staff not to attend this press conference.
In fact, I wanted to ask you, so what I understand, some of the staff, for you guys to even come to the press conference, you were being threatened with legal pressure?
Yeah, I understand that they said if we said anything that is not aligned with this, they may lawsuit us. They may sue us for that. And then we have the right to sue them. We have the right to sue them. But because they used to say this thing that like Gamcel, we are one family. Yes, we understand we are one family. But family cannot steal from a family. That's wrong. We believe we didn't come to this company to beg for charity. No. We come to work and then be paid. If I don't deliver efficiently, they have the right to sack me. But the reason I was not sacked, they know I am not stubborn, I am not a criminal, because we understand they even call us names which we will not tolerate. We will not tolerate people calling us names. We have a name, we have a staff number. If you cannot call me my name, give me my staff number. I will understand somebody is calling me. But if you dare call me another name different from my name, what does that look? It's like you are caricaturing me. It's a provocation.
Is this one of your meetings that you are having with them?
Yeah, I even understand sometimes when we have meetings, they call me Director of Truth. That is on my WhatsApp, because I don't hide the truth. The truth, if you try to fix the truth in other way, it looks funny, it's a lie. What is the truth? Let's speak the truth. If it is a lie, we call it a lie.
I have just one last question.
I'm not getting it.
I said we've already had what you said about the challenges that you guys have encountered.
Okay.
So you want to look at the staff who are affected or those present at the press conference?
Most of our staff are affected. Most of the staffs.
I want to know, you guys have to have a meeting with them before coming to the press conference.
We have a group called Concerned Gamcel Staff. We talked about issues there, and then we talked about this press conference. Most of them wanted to come, but later we understand that certain number of people were called not to attend this thing because they will feel threatened. If you are my superior and you call me, tell me, don't attend this thing, this is not your problem, blah, 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 And it is the general staff's problem. You are deducting the general staff problem, it is. So this is the challenges that we have. You understand?
She wants to know, like, how many, you guys have this, it was signed by how many people, how many staff are with you guys? Just to give them an idea.
It's over 200 staffs. Yeah, over 200 staffs. Yeah.
Just one last question. And just my last question is about your second statement. Finance Minister Peter is saying that about 10 million, that's the World Bank social package. Yeah. And then Minister for Communication, Mr. Dan, he's also saying 6.4 million.
Exactly.
Almost $4 million. Dollars. We're talking about dollars.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you go to YouTube and then check on the records of Uncle Peter Gomez and the Finance Minister, you will hear the Finance Minister saying vividly that an additional amount of $10 million was given to Gamcel. And I don't think that's a mistake. It cannot be a mistake. That's the Finance Minister. I don't think he will make a mistake on such amount. Because I believe all this fund will pass through his debts. Because he's the Finance Minister. So our line minister, Jabi, he said it in the National Assembly, I think. He said the amount of 6.4 was given. That we don't know. So this is why we want transparency of this social plan.
Yeah, morning. I'm James Mendy. I want to talk about, as per se, the contract staffs. I just have a few questions to ask the management. Why are they not part of this social plan? That's the question I have. Why are they not part of it? And they work the same work or more, because there's no leave for those people. I personally work for 12 years without no leave. Now this social plan cover, they are saying we are not part of it. Why? Why are we not part of it? Where are we working? This is not the same council with them. And we work extra because there's no leave. There's nothing for us there. And the social plan came to say we are not part of it. Why? That's the question I have. Why? You know.
I believe the law says once you, even if you are a temporary staff, if you work in there after 1 year, 1 year, 6 months.
No, 6 months. Labor.
6 months.
The Labor Act.
Labor Act, yeah. I'll try and see if I can get that correct. After 6 months, you should be considered a, say no discrimination.
Yeah, because it means they are satisfied with you after 6 months. If you see they don't terminate your contract, they are satisfied with you, with your service. Then you have to enjoy the same benefit as everybody working there. But the question I only ask is why are we not part of it? That's the thing I want to know. Why? Why are we not part of it? Why? That's the question I have. Why? That's the only thing. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate your comment. But we want you also, as stakeholders, to work hand in hand with us. Because you are our voice, we are voiceless. You see, after all, we wrote petition twice to our management, nothing is done. So we feel that at least you guys can gear up something, because it's very devastating. About 200 to 300 staff, still they are calling them to victimize them, tell them not to come. And they are calling us rebels and so many names. We will not stop. We will continue the fight because we feel that justice has to prevail, as I said, under the national anthem. So we want our actions to be heard. At least justice has to prevail, transparency to the management, let them know that we are human, we have something to take at home, but not come into work to sacrifice and nothing comes out. Thank you so much. We appreciate your comment.
They wanted me to receive the petition from you. You can just stand here. Just receive the petition. What's the petition? I'll share it with the media. Yeah. The rest of my colleagues, I'll share the petition with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And your title. This one.